Looking for the best deals? Head to Robinson's Department Store, your one-stop shop for daily essentials and unbeatable savings. Don't miss out. Shop now.
Here with me now is the president of the Philippine Padel Association, Miss Atleta Don. Hi, Miss Atleta. Well, let's just talk about your journey as an athlete. Kailan ka ba nagsimulang mag-paddle or naging atleta?
Actually, for paddle, I did not have any racket sport background. 4 years ago, yung fiancé ko, he actually asked me, "Hey, do you want to start paddle in the Philippines?" Sabi ko, I don't even know what paddle is, but sure, why not? Kasi we're very entrepreneurial and we love starting out new things. So I looked for paddle. It was pandemic, and then ginawa namin yung first court sa Pilipinas. So dun ko na-discover yung paddle. First time ko maglaro ng paddle is sa paddle court dito sa Manila Paddle Club, dito sa center court.
What do you like about the sport?
So I love paddle kasi it's low barrier to entry. Anybody can play. Any age, any gender, and it could be as friendly as possible or as competitive as you want. So yung paddle talaga is such a social sport. So that's the beauty of paddle.
Okay. How is it different from tennis? Kasi ang dami nang umuusbong na racket sport,
Yeah.
right? So originally it was tennis, and then naging paddle, and then naging pickleball. So how is paddle unique compared to this other sport?
So yung paddle, compared to other sports actually, para siyang 4D tennis. I always tell everybody it's 4D tennis. Combination siya ng tennis and squash. Ito nga yung raketa natin eh. So makikita mo, sa racket pa lang iba na. So gawa niya is EVA foam inside and then carbon fiber outside or different materials yung ginagamit nila. And it's so easy to play. But kakaiba din dito kasi doubles lang talaga yung paddle.
Okay.
So, kailangan lagi kang may teammate. So, kaya napakaganda ng paddle kasi very teamwork-oriented siya. Pero yung bola natin, ano siya, same sa tennis ball, pero mas malambot.
Alright.
Tapos yung size din ng court kakaiba kasi meron tayong glass, fence, tapos 1/3 lang siya ng size ng tennis court.
1/3. Okay. Plus may factor pa ng
Oo.
wall.
Yung glass wall natin, kaya siya naging 4D tennis kasi pwede mong smash back sa wall. Pagka-hit niya sa turf, tapos pagkabalik galing sa wall, pwede mo ulit atakihin. So, napakadaming ways to play paddle. So, kaya napaka-competitive din ito. Kahit yung mga first time maglaro, nakakakuha sila ng instant gratification kasi madali talaga ipalo yung raketa.
Well, before you played paddle, did you try other sport?
Yes, I'm actually a taekwondo athlete.
So, ang layo.
Kaya nga like from a very individual sport. I did taekwondo, naglaro ako sa Mapua University before. And then, of course, before that, yung sport ko is competitive mountain biking and road biking. So, talagang napaka-individual sports sa mga sports na kinalakhan ko. So, for me, nakakapanibago kasi ngayon, kailangan mo talagang i-consider yung partner mo. Kasi communication is key sa paddle. Ako, nag-enjoy ako today kasi yung partner ko, kahit 16 years old lang siya, maganda yung communication namin at yung relationship namin. So, pinaka-importante sa paddle is communication with your partner.
Hindi ba naging mahirap para sa'yo mag-adjust from an individual sport to a team sport?
Napakahirap kasi iniisip ko minsan na saan ba ako pupunta, kailangan ko bang sabihin na kung asan yung kalaban. So talagang kailangan mo magsalita. Hindi ka pwedeng basta tahimik lang, hindi mo tinitingnan. Kailangan alam mo din kung paano ba maglaro yung partner mo. So hindi pwede basta-basta, especially sa competition, basta-basta kang pumunta sa competition, nasa likod ka, nasa harap yung partner mo. Hindi siya parang tennis na doubles. Kailangan parehas kayo ng linya lagi. Kasi mabubutasan kayo if may gap kayo.
How long have you been playing this?
So, almost 4 years, 3.5 years. Nung nagsimula talaga yung paddle sa Pilipinas, ito yung time na nag-paddle ako. So, ngayon, magpo 4 years na this November, this year.
Wow! Pero now that you're enjoying it at the same time, nag-iba ba yung situation or mindset mo in a way?
Oo, nag-iba talaga kasi ngayon na-enjoy ko yung mag-training. Hindi ko akalain na i-in love talaga ako sa paddle. So, na-enjoy ko siya as recreational but also very competitive. Kaya ngayon nga, since apart from sa Philippine Padel Association nga na relationship namin with the International Federation, Padel Federation ng FIP, so naging project namin yung Asia Padel events. So itong mga events na ganito, yung Cupra FIP Tour, kami yung gumagawa sa Southeast Asia. Like for example, ginawa namin yung first time sa Malaysia, pupunta din kaming Hong Kong, pupunta kaming Thailand next month.
Wow!
Tapos pupunta din kaming Japan on July. So dinadala namin for the first time yung Cupra FIP Tour sa madaming countries. Tapos of course, yung relationship ni Philippine Padel Association as the member of FIP is nakikipag-cooperate kami sa mga countries na member din ni FIP. Like Thailand Padel Association and Japan Padel Association.
Okay, well, you've been expanding and building relationships as well outside of the Philippines. Pero hindi ka ba nagdalawang isip na yung paddle dadalhin ko sa Pilipinas, ano kayang magiging o paano kaya tatanggapin to ng mga Pinoy?
Nasa isip actually namin, ako at yung partner ko si Frederick, is kasi eto, patok na patok sa Spain.
Okay, yes.
And yung Filipino culture about socializing, very similar na na-adapt natin sa Spanish na talagang oriented sila sa family, sa friends. So talagang na-identify namin tong sport na to, na naniwala kami sa sport na to, that this will be the sport of the Filipinos, not just individually, but as a family. And ito nga yung patok na patok dito kasi parents bring their kids, the kids play on their own court, and the parents play on their own court.
How big is the paddle community now in the Philippines?
More than, based on our records, 16,000 players in the Philippines that have tried paddle.
Whoa, okay.
So, yung mga club, meron ng mga 10 all spread out in Philippines. Meron tayo sa mga Metro Manila, meron tayo sa Palawan, sa Siargao, sa Bohol, mag-o-open na din yung club. So, talagang nag-spread na yung paddle sa Philippines.
How do you try to spread, the sport or tell people about it?
So, talagang more of from word of mouth, doon nag-start talaga. So, it was so organic. And kaya also, I mean, we took the risk to make sure it's in the center of everything para it can be an household sport.
Right.
So talagang for us, we spend our time like doing free intro to paddles for first-timers para ma-hook lagi sila. And of course, para naman sa grassroots program natin, we do clinics for youth development. So nag-sponsor tayo ng local communities para matuto yung mga batang mag-paddle, yung mga interested
Wow! Well, you're one of the pioneers of the sport. Well, as a woman, what was the challenge para sa'yo nung dalin mo to? And then, challenge from the previous when you started until now?
When we started, kasi it's a new sport. So it was so complicated to explain to people kasi paddle, they think paddle board. They were looking for the water in BGC. I'm like, it's not paddle board. It's a racket sport. It's paddle. And then of course, kasi diba, like for example, this location, the word club is there. Parang iniisip nila, it's exclusive. Kaya one of the things that we really focus on is, we say, open to all.
Okay.
So napaka-importante nito. So as an outdoor sport as well, for Philippines, of course, people want to be in air conditioning, indoors. So, nahirap din mag-explain na outdoor to, under the sun. So, talagang yung mga barrier na yon, we tried to make solutions out of it. So, that's why we even did na itong Manila Paddle Club 24/7 open.
24/7? Anytime?
Pwede ka maglaro ng 2:00. May mga naglalaro ng 2:00
Okay,
ng umaga. So, we try to give a solution to every barrier para sa isang tao na parang sa kanila, okay, I work the whole day, how am I gonna play? Okay, the sport is available to you all throughout the day.
Well, you've mentioned how big and the number of participants playing the sport. At sa community na meron kayo ngayon, meron na bang mga relasyon na nabuo dito?
Relasyon, napakadami na. May mga kinasal na nga eh.
Because of Padel?
Yes.
Wow! So,
Nakakatuwa.
building of relationships, family bonding as well.
Yes.
Pero sa'yo? Oh, yeah.
Friendships.
Okay, yep.
I've seen so many people build their own little families, but they're friends as families. Dito sa club na to, it's so tight-knit yung community. Everybody protects each other, they take care of each other, they support each other. This is the beauty of Padel.
Yung approach mo pagdating sa Padel, I think it's both as a business and as an athlete.
Yes.
Where do you draw the line? No, ito, business focus lang to. Ito, gusto ko, atleta lang ako. I want to enjoy this.
My priority actually is to grow Padel in the Philippines, grow and develop Padel in the Philippines, representing Philippine Padel Association and beyond. So that's why yung Asia Padel events para sa ating regional players. As an athlete, personally, for me, that's secondary. For me, the first is putting the Filipinos first to know Padel, to grow and develop the sport for Filipinos, for Philippines and the country.
Why? Where'd you get that motivation?
Because I see and believe that our players, our Philippine Padel players, have the chance to really show that Philippines is the best in Padel in Asia. This is my dream, to see Philippines as number one in Padel in Asia. Talaga.
Well, you're just one of the women,
Yeah.
the Pinay athletes now having this kind of vision. Okay, why do you think a lot of women are getting more involved in sports?
Talagang kasi yung sports ngayon is very inclusive. It gives you the empowerment. And at the same time, you can still embrace your womanhood. You don't have to adjust to change how you are as a woman. You can actually take advantage of being a woman in sports. So, especially Padel actually, kasi so different yung men's category sa female category. It's more about tactics, strategy. So, it's being more about a smart player on court than being a strong player to hit all the balls so hard.
Okay.
That's why it's such a beautiful sport. And yun nga, yung mga sports ngayon, kaya yung madami tayong mga Filipina athletes, kasi kahit sa iba-ibang sports, kasi may platform na available for
Right.
Philippine athletes.
Would you consider yourself successful already at this part of your career in Padel?
I would say so, kasi I feel like we're living in the legacy that we wanted to build. So seeing that the Philippines, makikita mo actually sa Raketa last year ng World Championships, yung Philippine flag andun.
Wow.
So nakaka-proud talaga, and it's so heartwarming, and I'm so proud of our Philippine Padel team for representing our country and raising the flag. Yung Filipino spirit andun talaga eh. Ramdam ng lahat. And all the other countries were so impressed kasi 1-2 years pa lang naglalaro yung mga atleta natin. Laban talaga
Right.
sila.
What's next for Atleta?
What's next for me? I will be touring around Southeast Asia and Asia beyond for organizing the Cupra FIP Tour in Asia. And of course, next week actually, I will be representing of course, Philippine Padel Association, the growth of Padel in Philippines, and Asia Padel events in the Padel World Summit in Barcelona.
Wow, that's something to look forward to ng mga Pinoy when it
Yes.
comes to this sport, right? Ngayon naman, I'd like to ask how challenging is to be in this sport, in this industry bilang babae. Is there any challenges? Ano yung mga na-encounter mo and were you able to overcome it?
For example, I was just an athlete for Taekwondo before. I wasn't someone organizing sports or doing sports business or sports organizations. So parang yun yung pinaka-big barrier before. Like people would question, what credentials do I have?
Okay, yes.
But for me, I have the grit and the belief in the sport. So talagang it's all hard work and passion. So yun yung parang pinaka naging hardest part of it was I felt like in the beginning I had to prove myself, but then eventually I learned that my work speaks for itself.
Yeah, because of this tournament and the number of people playing and supporting it.
My first item that made an impact in my life is the paddle racket.
Okay.
I never would have imagined myself running after a green fuzzy ball. It has taught me more about teamwork and communication, which is applied every day now in my life. Kasi before I was a little bit more to myself, more individualistic.
Right.
So I was used to working alone.
Okay.
And now I have to work with a lot of people to make sure this happens. So it's such a learning experience, and I think that's one of the most beautiful things that I've learned from paddle.
Okay, and your next item?
Next item would be my engagement ring. Now I would say that big impact because it's like life-changing. But I mean, you asked before, like personally, the relationships formed in paddle. The thing is, me and my fiance, we were together already when we started paddle.
Okay.
But we never worked together.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's massive impact in my life.
Okay.
Kasi, of course, the dynamics change. So, our life revolves around paddle.
Right.
Almost 24/7. But of course, for us, we're so passionate about the sport. Kaya for us, this is the lifestyle we want, and we want to bring this to all the Filipinos as well.
Pero, di ba, I mean, they said that if you work together with your partner, that's going to be a different ball game. Did it
Yes.
change?
Completely.
All right.
Completely. Kasi for us, but I'm so lucky. I am so lucky to have a supportive partner who gives me the platform to do the things that I'm passionate about and that I excel in. So I have really an amazing support system. And for me, my success is because I have a very supportive partner that makes me feel like I can fail. So I'm not scared of failing. So the fear of failing was completely removed. That's why I was so brave to try all the avenues in sports. Kasi syempre, male-dominated industry.
True.
But he gave me that support na if I fail, he always has my back.
Oh,
And I
happy for
have
you.
his.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. Okay, and the last item?
The last item would be coconut water.
Okay.
No, I would say, kasi I'm an island girl I grew up in Batangas. So one of the things that we really focus on and introduced here in the paddle community is the fresh coconut water.
Okay.
Ice cold. So, I mean, especially in the Philippines, one of the things that is kind of like barrier sa paddle is the heat, di ba? So we have taught people to hydrate more.
Right.
So, also for me, personal culprit din ako ng not drinking enough. But now we have the logo. Actually, kaya nga yung Manila Paddle Club is Manila Paddle Club. We want Manila Paddle Club, Philippines, to be known in the world. Kahit magpunta kaming Spain and anywhere in Europe, alam nila yung Manila Paddle Club and Philippine Paddle.
That's the goal.
Yes.
Okay, lastly, do you have any message to all Pinoy athletes or fans or those who want to try the sport?
So, para sa ating mga Pinoy athletes, yung mga tennis players natin, racket sports players, and kahit hindi ka pa nag-try ng racket sports, just come to Manila Paddle Club or any of the club members ng Philippine Paddle Association kasi meron tayong free intro to paddle. So, ang kailangan mo lang dalahin is yung sarili mo, plus maybe your friends if you want to enjoy it more, and you can try paddle. And of course, invited kayo anytime to watch our competitions. Now we have the international competition, but also all throughout the year we have national competitions as well. And you're so much welcome to also sign up and watch.
Ayan! Alright, thank you! Thank you.
Waterproofing o sealant ba ang hanap mo? Sa German technology ng Sista, protektado ka hanggang 10 taon. Yan ang tapal na tatagal.